Well, it's time now for one of the blue ribbon events of the athletics portfolio, the men's 1500 metres final, the metric mile. 3 3/4 laps of the track, and I can tell you, it's a massive field. 17 men, several have been added because of falls in the semi-finals that were not their own fault. We just saw Jakob Ingebrigtsen going for the hat-trick, not just the hat-trick at 1500 metres, but the hat-trick at European Championships of 1500 and 5000 metres. He is a phenomenon, this man. 4 of the last 5 titles have been won by the Ingebrigtsen family, because his brothers kept winning it as well. Henrik in 2014 and in 2012, and Philip in 2016, but he's won the last 2 in Berlin and Munich. In fact, this young man has been hoovering up medals for fun since 2017, when he won the European Junior 5000 title, and he then had the audacity a few weeks later to win the European 5000 senior title after that junior title, and then the 1500 at 17, a unique double. Pietro Arese of Italy, he's a 3:32 performer. For my money, not amongst the favourites, but we have to be prepared for surprises now with these Italians outperforming themselves. We saw Neil Gurley briefly, I think, on the outside, did we? He is a Briton who was in fabulous form, looked quite supreme in the qualifying race a couple of days ago. Adel Mikal, he's one of the favourites too. The Spaniard is a 3:30 performer, very experienced, one of the oldest in the race. Mikal, 5th in the Tokyo Olympic Games and 4th in the 5000 here, so he'll be running with a little bit more frustration in his belly. Watch out for Azdin Habs, the bronze medalist at the European Indoors last year in Istanbul. Could be a big danger. He's a 1:43 man at 800 metres. Morocco to France back in 2019. He won the Marrakesh Diamond League 1500 3.5 weeks ago in 3:32, pretty easily from George Mills, the silver medalist in the 5000. There is Gurley. I wasn't sure if we'd seen him or not, but Neil Gurley, what he promises to be a real danger here. 4th in the Eugene Mile in 3:47, looks great in heat on Monday. The winter before last, he set a then European indoor record for the mile. 6th in the world indoors a couple of years ago. The Giffnock North AC athlete from South Glasgow will be wanting to go well here, having missed out on the world indoors in Glasgow back in March through injury. Indeed, Gurley has had osteitis pubis through Budapest last year and was very frustrated to not give his best there. Ingebrigtsen, though, starts as a very strong favourite. He goes straight to the back here, as he did in his qualifying race. His power, his speed endurance is quite remarkable. But this is a high-caliber field, a field of the very, very highest order, with 2 or 3 men here who have gone under 3:20, under 3:30 rather. Ingebrigtsen is the European record holder, and it looks like Fontes is going at a reasonable lick. Now, I wonder if there's a little bit of teamwork going on here from the Spanish. His nickname, Nacho, Ignacio Fontes. There's Ingebrigtsen, 2nd from the back at the moment, but this is a fairly crisp first 300 metres, and they go through there in almost exactly 41 seconds.
It'll be fascinating to see whether these athletes look at the stature of Ingebrigtsen and think they're fighting over other medals, or will they think Jake Whiteman and Josh Kerr, both Europeans, both Brits, both Scots indeed, can beat him at the World Championships. Why can't I do that at the Europeans? And no man has ever won 6 golds at the European Championships. Marita Koch, Sandra Elkasevich, 6 and 7 respectively. Let's see what Ingebrigtsen can do and whether others can challenge. Neil Gurley there on the outside, making a move. He's been unlucky in the past, as you were saying, but he's also consistent, determined, and he often gets himself into sensible positions. He's done that here.
Well, he has indeed. He's gone from last to first in about the space of 300 metres. Gurley on his shoulder, but now they're letting him call the merry dance. He likes to control things, and they're letting him control things, and that, I fear, is an error in these circumstances. The Italian Riva there, up into about 4th place at the moment, but Ingebrigtsen moving very, very smoothly. 59.66 that lap, as they come round now to less than 2 laps to go. They go through 800 metres, and the time there just not quick enough. This isn't really testing anybody. 1:55.9, although for a championship that's not bad. Adam Fogg is in there as well, a little bit of pushing and shoving. You see the discomfort of being in that pack. This big field isn't helping those in the middle of the pack. And Ingebrigtsen is away and out of all that trouble. But Gurley in second place is tracking him here, stride for stride. He had to rest in September, October last year, doing a lot of cycle training. He was devastated to miss the World Indoors in Glasgow. But Gurley now right behind Ingebrigtsen. And what has the Norwegian got in his locker as they come to the bell?
Incredible how the others are just waiting and watching for the move now. Ingebrigtsen, he was so cool, so calm in the heats. Riva it was tracking, was the second fastest qualifier. He has great form this year. Italian indoor title over 1500 and 3000.
Riva on the shoulder of Gurley now. Ingebrigtsen winding it up. He's so hard to go with. It's so imperceptible, his acceleration, the way he winds it up. And look at this, Gurley, we know he's in supreme form at 3:47 mile recently, and he's struggling to go with Ingebrigtsen here, who leads them a merry dance still. Look at that pack behind him. The Pied Piper of Norway comes round the bend into the straight, and Gurley looks beaten, as does Habsen alongside him. Coming down the outside is one of the Italians, and he's still looking really strong there. It's Arese down the outside. Ingebrigtsen takes it there, and it's Belgium taking the silver. Brilliant running there from, I think it was from Vermeulen. What a strange old race. A championship record of 3:31.96 there. The winning time for Ingebrigtsen is confirmed as 3:31.95. He did all the hard work. The 1:55.800 time was solid enough. But Vermeulen, perhaps the most surprising silver medalist in a strong field has been in many years in the European Championships. And Arese, it works its magic again. Home advantage for the Italians. A surprise.